Yes, people, you're watching MTAG TV, and on today's show, we are going to be looking at the top 5 players for whom the 2021-22 campaign is a make or break season. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and drop a comment on who you think has a make or break season ahead of them. Let's get into it. Number 5. Joao Felix. When Atletico Madrid spent an insane €126 million on Joao Felix, making him the 4th most expensive transfer in football history, everyone had the same two thoughts. The first thought was, spending €126 million on an unproven 19-year-old is a crazy risk. The second thought was, Atleti don't really get it wrong with their forwards anyway, and this kid could become a superstar one day. 2 seasons on, one of those two prophecies have come true. With Felix struggling to nail down his position as both a second striker as well as a winger under Simeone, things have only gone downhill. And despite Felix winning the La Liga with Atletico last season, Suarez and Correa's blossoming partnership has meant the Portuguese wonderkid only got an alarming 14 league starts last season. To add to Felix's long list of problems, Antoine Griezmann is back where he belongs, and Mateus Cunha's signature means the competition for places is tougher than ever before for the forward. The kid is still 21 and his career could still take off. But if he does have another underwhelming season, do you see a top club in Europe taking the risk with Felix again? Number 4. Hakim Ziyech. Let's rewind back to the 2020-21 Premier League season, and Hakim Ziyech's £33 million move to Chelsea was being deemed as the bargain of the summer by many. The Moroccan was one of Europe's finest creators at Ajax, and Frank Lampard's first signing was destined to set the bridge alight. So much so that we at MTAG More Than a Game dropped an exclusive piece analysing why Ziyech was tipped to boss it at the Blues. Things, however, took an unfortunate turn for Ziyech, as constant injuries that season meant he missed 73 days of football. For context, that is exactly double the most number of days he has ever missed in his professional career. Keeping that aside, 2 goals and 3 assists in the Premier League will not be the kind of numbers he'd like to look back onto from last season. With Kai Havertz coming into his own and Mason Mount's rise not stopping anytime soon, Hakim Ziyech isn't short of competition at Chelsea. At 28 years old, this may well be the Moroccan international's last shot at an elite club in Europe. It really is now or never for Ziyech at Chelsea. And let's not forget, the Blues splashed the cash to replace Werner for Lukaku after one season, and expect them to be as trigger happy once again if Hakim doesn't step up this season. Number 3. Naby Keita. Ask any Liverpool fan about Naby Keita and they'll rave about how good he is whenever he's fit. The reason I had to emphasize that last bit is because a fit Keita is something the Anfield faithful are yet to witness consistently. Missing a staggering 255 days of football due to various injuries, the dynamic midfielder has had a rough time of things at Liverpool. With his game time in the Premier League diminishing season after season from 25 appearances in the 2018-19 season to 18 in the 2019-20 season and just 10 last season, things have gone from bad to worse for Liverpool's number 8. And with his contract set to expire in 2023 and at 26 years old, Keita stares at a bleak two-way street. Somehow staying injury-free and proving his worth at the Reds, or not being on the radar for any top European club next campaign as things stand. The talent is bankable, but the injury record is simply not. However, with 3 starts in the league this season, Jurgen Klopp still backs Naby Keita's talent. Let's hope he can stay fit for once and make Anfield witness his mercurial talents on a consistent basis. Number 2. Dele Alli. Remember the Dele Alli challenge that became a worldwide viral phenomenon? Or when his 18-goal season in 2016-17 led certain pundits to compare him to the likes of Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard? And what about the Ali Dyer bromance videos that used to take over our timelines on social media? Crazy throwback, right? Well, that's because the English international hasn't looked like the same gem for about 3 full seasons. Massive dips in form, not continuing to operate as a second striker after his best season in a Spurs shirt, and the nightmare spell under Jose Mourinho have all led to the once boy wonder's downfall. Add to that, a failed move to PSG, where rekindling with old boss Pochettino could have sparked a comeback season, and Dele Alli's stock has been plummeting for years upon years now. Fortunately for Ali, in Nuno Espirito Santo, he has found a manager who trusts him and in a more withdrawn box-to-box role, he has shown encouraging signs. At 25 years old, the dream is far from over, but it's time for Dele to start delivering again because he has a lot of catching up to do. Number 1. Paulo Dibala. Let's have it right. Paulo Dibala was a generational talent. The prince to Lionel Messi's throne, the Argentine forward was next in line to take over his country's mantle. With 52 goals and 21 assists in his first 3 seasons for Juventus in the Serie A alone, Dybala was clearly proving that the hype is real. But it was in the 2018-19 season when a certain Cristiano Ronaldo's arrival coincided with a fall from grace for the former Palermo man. Speculate all you want, but Gustavo, Paulo's brother and agent, came out in 2019 saying, "There's no problems with Ronaldo off the field. The problems are on it. You cannot beat Ronaldo and Paulo is young. There are many possibilities that Paulo leaves Juve. He needs a change. He is not happy." Recently, Giorgio Chiellini has also alluded to the Ronaldo factor playing a role in the downfall of Dybala. This will now be Paulo Dybala's team. Over the last couple of years, he lowered his average goals because of Cristiano's presence. But he is a key player for Juventus and that is recognized by everyone. At 28 years old, Paulo Dybala is in his peak years, but his career has certainly gone off the rails. In a post-CR7 world, can Dybala become the king of Turin again, or will he fade away and become another case of what could have been? Now is the time for the diminutive forward to remind the world of how gifted he truly is. So guys, that was our top 5. Do you agree with our picks or do you have any suggestions of your own? Let us know in the comments below. Click the link in the description below to check out the official MTAG website. Follow us on our socials. Thank you so much for watching and until next time, we move.